Hi guys, welcome back. So in this video, I want us to talk about another automation that I think would save you a lot of time. So this is the automation. Uh, for example, every time I am posting to my blog, uh, in this case, we are talking about a WordPress blog. So when I post to my WordPress blog and I have this article, I would also want to create summaries that I can then post on my socials, either to promote the same content that is on my website or just to grow my social media platforms. So in this case, when I post to WordPress, I want the workflow to be executed. And what this workflow does, it gets the posted article and then it summarizes it and then it sends it to Twitter. So that's what we want to build in this tutorial. I'll give you a demonstration of this in a moment. But then for this to work, we need two things. First of all, we need to create an article in WordPress. And then once that article is published, then this workflow will be triggered. So to do that, to give you a demonstration, I am going to create an article. Then I also have another workflow that creates articles automatically to my WordPress website. And if you want to know more or understand how that is done, has been done, then you can also check out my other video. I'll share the link in the description below. Here, we'll go to post to WordPress. And this was set to execute once a day, but now I'm going to just execute it. After executing this, I also have to execute this one. So we have this one, and we also want to execute this one. So this is executed. This one is, it has already created the article. It is now generating a featured image. After it has generated a featured image, then it will edit the image to conform to the dimensions of WordPress. And then it's going to upload its media to WordPress first. And then it's going to use that media to upload the same to with the post now to WordPress. So after this has been done, the post has been published. You see this one is also executing. Now what this is doing is taking the article, summarizing it. After it has summarized it, and then it is uploading to Twitter. We have an issue here. Let me just see what the issue is. It says the request is missing required parameters. Include the parameter more than once. Let's see. So I just re-executed it, but then we're going to see in depth how this is done. So this is uploading the image to Twitter. After it has uploaded the image to Twitter, now this will post everything to Twitter. So it will post the summarized article together with the image. So let's see. Once this is finished, I'm going to go to my X platform and we should be able to see the post published within Twitter. So you can see this was published 30 seconds ago, and it says last chance to grab a free Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses worth it. So this is the article that was written, and then it has been summarized to be posted to Twitter. So this is the automation that we are going to look into and how you can do this on your own as well. Right. So let's go step by step into the workflow and see what you need to do to have this working. So I'm going to go here again and I'm going to start with the first node. So this is the webhook node. Currently, what this does is it gives you that possibility to use this in other services. So you can, in another service, you can call or hit this endpoint. And once you hit that endpoint, it activates or it triggers this workflow. So that's what a webhook would do in a nutshell. But then for this to work in our WordPress, we need to have a WordPress plugin installed within WordPress. So for that, I'm going to go to the WordPress backend. Under plugins, here you need to install a plugin called WP Webhooks. So I'm going to show you not how to install it, but then you see it in my plugins that it is available. And the WP the WP webhooks is this one. So once you've installed it, you can come under settings here and you go to WP webhook. Right. So here you're going to go under send data. Then for this use case, you have to go to post created, and you see that I already have a number of webhook URLs added here. But what you have to do is to go back to your node, and it will give you two URLs, the production URL and the test URL. For you to work with the production URL, you have to make sure that this is active. That's the only way that will work. But for test purposes, you can use the test URL, and that will require you to activate this. So you click to listen for test events. That's the only way it will work. Wow. The test URL. So I'm going to go here and add a new webhook. I'm going to paste this here, and here I'm just going to give it a test name, and you're going to add it. Once you've added it, you need to do one more thing. So I'm going to go here and then go under settings. Here you need to, under trigger on selected post type, the post type should be posted. And then here trigger on initial post status change. Once it has been changed to published, then that's when you want to trigger this workflow. And it is also a post request. So you're going to save that. Once you've saved this, you can close. That should work. So every time you create a post within WordPress and publish it, that would trigger this workflow. So it will make a call to this workflow and provide the title, the content itself, the featured image URL. So that's the next step now. So once you've done that, that means this is our trigger node, and it will be triggered whenever you've created or published a post within WordPress. The second thing is this returns content in HTML. So we need this markdown, and it has to be HTML to markdown. So we are changing the HTML to markdown, and this will give us another uh, item here called data, which will have the markdown content. And the markdown content is the one that we're going to use it within the n8n node or within the OpenAI ChatGPT node. So here we are saying you are a copywriter. Summarize the article below into one engaging Twitter post. Here we are saying the maximum should be 200 characters, just because the actual maximum is 280. So if you go beyond that, you face forbidden errors when you're trying to post this to Twitter. But then this is just the prompt. Once you've done that, you see that it has summarized our content into this. All right, so this will be is ready for posting to Twitter. So once you've done that, there is this condition which just checks if there is a featured image before maybe getting that image. And here we are getting the featured image from the webhook, because the data that is being retained has a featured image. So if you look here, this is the featured image. So we're just getting that, and then we are editing this to fit the content dimensions for images to be posted for a Twitter post. And then here, upload the image to Twitter. What we're doing is we've done an OAuth 2 connection authentication with Twitter, and that is what we're using for posting. If you interested in how you can post an image to Twitter as well as text to Twitter, then I have an article that talks about that as well. But I won't go into details in this video. So we are posting here to Twitter. All you need from here is from that data, the media category, which is Twitter image, and we're sending a binary. So the name has to be media, and then we're using the data here as the input data field name. Once we've done that, it's going to post the image to Twitter first of all, and then the second node here is just being used to now post the text uh, that we are getting from the OpenAI model, the summarized one, and then here we are adding the media images. This can be more than one media images if you want, but in this case, we just only have one media image, which is the image thumbnail or the featured image. So we are posting now this to Twitter. A very important thing is to make sure that this is within the 280 maximum character requirement, because if it is more than 280, then this may fail. So that's it. Once you do that, this will get posted to Twitter, and you have a summarized version of your article within Twitter. I've also included another video that talks about the same thing, but how you can do it to Facebook. So also check out that video, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments in the section below. I will be sure to look into them and respond accordingly. Until next time, thank you for watching.